Well, this has been a minute, hasn't it? Hey, what's up? Sorry, I haven't posted anything in a while. Coronavirus has made posting content and finding time to record things kind of hard, and I haven't been able to do much about it, but we're making do. Just because I love Draft League content, you know. I run my own league, which hopefully I will be posting as well alongside this when we actually get that running up. I'm still waiting to get a couple things in order there, so be on the lookout for that. But my friend Luci made a league because she wanted to, and I've been helping a lot with it, and I figured, hey, I wanted to start making Draft League content anyway, so this is a good place to kind of, play with things, see how it goes, so this might be a little more volatile than most of the stuff I normally do, which, I mean, given how experimental I take everything anyway, this might be a flaming disaster, but we're gonna find out together, because that's the real joys of life. Anyway, the lovely draft series, as she has dubbed it, is a pretty standard draft league. I mean, I don't know really what else to say. The drafting system, we use Smogon tiers for it because that was just easier to do at the moment, so obviously stuff might slip through the cracks here or there, so bear with us. This was kind of an experiment to begin with anyway, and just, here to have a good time, play some Pokemon, and just enjoy life a little. And in that vein of enjoying life a little bit, I was lucky enough to have gotten second on the draft order. We did 8 people overall, so getting second was really great. It means I got a lot of more powerful things right out the gate, and I can build synergies for them later, which, kind of depending on who you are, it's either better or worse than first or last, but that's just pedantics anyway. Because my first pick among them all was Aegislash. And if you're familiar with Pokemon literally at all, you'll recognize that Aegislash is a complete monster between having one of the best typings offensively plus having options out the ass. It's incredible. It is one of the best Pokemon for a reason. It's been banned multiple times for a reason. It got nerfed a little bit, but I just don't think it's gonna matter. Aegislash is versatility in a nutshell, and I think it is going to do great things unless I blow it horribly, which is just about as likely, let's be real. This one might date me a little bit, but after getting Aegislash as a first round pick, I kind of had that weird thing in my head where I only view it as like a really good setup mon, because I mean it can set up super easy and just kind of knock things out as it wants, so I wanted to kind of go with something along that line, and given that it was going second first and then right back to me afterwards, I really wanted to grab something that could just kind of add an extra element of power to the team, so I grabbed Dracozolt. Dracozolt needs to do one thing. It needs to move before you, and then use a Hustle Choice Banded, a Bolt Beak, and something's going to die. There really is not another way around that one at all. It is really good at like that one thing. I mean, obviously it's got Volt Absorb, so it's got a couple of other synergies going along with it. But let's be real, I picked this second. I used an OU slot because I want to Bolt Beak fools. One of the only real problems with my team at this point is a Glittering Ground weakness, and the fact is that Dracozolt needs a little bit of help to do what it needs to do. Once it can actually get those Bolt Beaks off, it is a fantastic option. The only problem is that it takes a little bit to make it work, and so for my third pick, I grabbed Rumpy. Rumpy either has excellent offensive or defensive options. It gets Defog and Sticky Webs to serve as more of a support role, plus I believe it gets Wish and a couple of other options in that vein. Or it gets Quiver Dance and has an excellent offensive stab in Bug and Fairy to just go in on people. So I wanted to keep kind of doubling down on that utility synergy where everything can serve either a defensive, offensive, or support role. And it gives me a ground resist. How good it's going to be at that, I have no idea. I don't think very great, but it is an option, and that's what matters. And for my fourth pick, I grabbed Keldeo, because I wanted it. After Keldeo, I definitely had a moment to myself where I realized I need better hazard removal options, and I needed a way to start dealing with ground types. And thus, Flygon came into existence. Flygon's Levitate, it basically handles the ground problem all on its own, and then gets options to Defog, is immune to both sets of spikes, because it has Levitate and is off the ground, and again, can fit defensive, offensive roles. I'm really building this team to give me as many options with as many bonds as possible to constantly flex around and fill what I need to do. At this point, I had not really begun doubling up on typings yet. It will start coming up, but they all serve radically different roles from each other, so I think it's okay. We'll definitely see as the season goes on how much I regret a lot of the things I'm saying now, but, we'll see how it goes. I don't know how any of this is going to go. Oh my god, what was I just saying about having utility up the butt? That's kind of crazy, because for pick 6, I grabbed Silvally. And this does have access to all of the Silvally typings, so I just casually have a bond that could be whatever typing I need it to be. Also, tack on Defog, plus multi-attack being a fantastic attacking move anyway, plus having a very versatile move pool. Just at all, Silvally's a great pivot option, utility option. It can do a lot of things, and that's really what I wanted it for. Because I did have some typing problems on this team from what I was seeing, and while I was patching them up, Silvally is the option to end all options, because it is whatever I need it to be, whenever I need it to be, and it is excellent at that role. For pick number 7, I grabbed Skuntank, and I'll be real with you, I don't remember exactly why I did it. I think it was supposed to be an answer to fairy types, just in case, as a backup, for if Aegislash doesn't either want to come to a matchup or if it just has issues edgewise, but I mean, I think it's a good mod anyway. Gives me another hazard moving option. Poison type is always helpful, dark types to help deal with psychic spam, and not being weak to fairy is always super useful. Plus having a lot of utility options all on its own, it really goes towards fitting with the team of having options for everything, and I think it'll do well. I just don't remember exactly why I picked it, but you know what? It's here and it's family. For pick number 8, I got Quagsire, because Quagsire has been ranked too low for too long, and it needs to go back to OU because I missed my baby boy doing things. I know that was a fluke, shut up. Quagsire on its own, though, is one of the best sweep stoppers in the metagame, being only weak to grass, and unaware being one of the best abilities, just period, I dare argue. It's a fantastic option, hazard options, as well as just, having a really good stab on its own, and it's just fat. It is a large boy that will sit in front of anything and everything it wants to with a deadpan expression saying, "Come at me, bro, I don't feel a thing." And for the last pick, I grabbed Slurpuff. Slurpuff is probably the most duplicate of all of the typings that we have going on here, because the main reason I picked it up was for the fairy type Sticky Web, which we already have with Rabombi, but Slurpuff and Rabombi do things in a different fashion, I dare argue, because when Rabombi wants to set up webs, it is about the speed, getting the webs up, and then just executing the game plan fast. When Slurpuff wants to set up webs, it is a slower, more defensive option that gives me Wish Pass support as well, so it gives me that angle, as well as, Belly Drum on Burden kinda being busted. Especially when I know what's coming, because that's kind of the point of League Draft. It is an excellent option above anything else, and plus, it's so close to my heart. It has done so much work for me in the past that I can't help but just love it and want it every time. And so with that, that's the team I have for the Lovely Draft Series. I plan on trying to put these videos up on the weekends, more or less. Obviously that'll probably be subject to changes whenever things are happening. I'm not certain if I'm going to post-record or live record during the battles. I tend to play music a lot because I get a lot in my own head, so I will probably end up post-recording it, but if one ends up, being a live recording that's 30 minutes long, I will apologize that I am not consistent. But I just want to experiment with this, see what I really jive with, because I've never done this before at all, so it'll be a new experience. But my team will be called the Orlando Solar Vertex, and we'll be having a good ass time with this league. Hopefully you can find the same as me.